Welcome everyone. Tonight it is early evening. We are going to do our Taurus reading for May 2021. I was going to say 2015. Look back, think back to May 2015 for yourself. It used to drive me crazy when I used to watch readings and people would like just have this random thing come to them and then tell the watcher to, okay, look back at that date. And I'd be like, come on. But I have to tell you, now I get it. Like, this many years in, I get it. Because I know everything relates to something. So anyway, welcome guys. Happy birthday, Taurus. I hope we're right in the middle of your season. This is actually my second attempt at your reading. The first one I did came across, said it was corrupt. Why? I don't know. I tried everything. Just couldn't get it to work, and I have to tell you, I had to delete it because it was driving me crazy. And then I did and then I did a twin flame reading. That's interesting. And then I did a twin flame reading. So your reading was corrupt. No video, no audio. I couldn't see anything. And then I did a twin flame reading, and the video came through, but there was no audio. What the hell, right? So I tried to fix it over and over. I uploaded or downloaded software after software, which, none worked. So I deleted it and I redid it. And it all made sense after I redid the twin flame. It was a combination of the two readings together. It was quite nice. So I feel like that's how yours will also be. Anyway, this is for Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. You can certainly have planets in the sign of Taurus. I feel like it doesn't matter about anything other than if your intuition guided you here, then feel comfortable knowing you're supposed to be here right now. There's messages here for you. Like I am very in tune with my guides, and I know that they are very in tune with your guides. Right? They give me that confidence of just trusting who's ever here is meant to be here. So anyways, thank you for being here. Let's go ahead and begin. We are going to use our Mother Mary Oracle deck. Get our, I often feel through this deck, there comes a sense of comfort. Like well, we have sobriety. Maybe I should change that. Sobriety. It is what it is, right? My clear mind is easily able to focus and concentrate. It's interesting because first thing that came to my mind is I know a Taurus who is just a fantastic person, a very hard worker, but drinks a lot. Like comes home from work and can get totaled. Drinks hard liquor. It's male, by the way. But whether that matters or not. Anyway, the reason why I'm telling you this is because it became very clear in my mind very quickly, and that, to me, that's my guides. So anyway, here's what I feel. Here's what I feel before I even read any further, is what I feel like it's saying is there's something, or not what I feel like it's saying, what is being said for some is there may be something that you want to accomplish. And you're working hard, no doubt, but it may be something outside of that, outside of my normal 9 to 5 or, whatever hours, maybe something outside of that. And I feel like you might have to just look at that area of, Are you keeping, are you keeping your focus on that also? That type of thing. Anyway, we'll figure it out. My clear mind is easily able to focus and concentrate. Okay, we're going to use the Tarot of Dreams. Remember, when I do your reading, I'm totally open to my spirit guides coming through me for you. I'm also using numerology, I'm looking at the numbers. I'm looking at the imagery and, their stance. All of that, all of that comes into account. But it's, it just automatically happens. Does that make sense? It comes together for me just like that. But I understand there's separate components that I feel like put the story together. Okay. Let's begin. We have, interesting, the Knight of Cups. Interesting. Taurus, you're my bull, you're earth. And I know you're not all Taurus here, but there's still senses, at least to the outside world, a sense of strength and I got this type, even if inside I really don't. But anyway, this Knight of Cups is about a cup that's coming towards you. Even though he is looking at the past, that can be a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. But I read more about the energy that they are, what they're trying to tell us. So this Knight of Cups is looking back at sobriety. It's like I almost don't want to see it, but right? Because I want this cup to be something of fulfillment. And really, that's what this Knight brings in, a cup of fulfillment. Just real quick, and I think I'm not going to talk about it again. I feel like for some of you, maybe alcohol or a substance may, you're trying to find fulfillment through it. And I just want to say it's not the path. It's never the path. It never will be the path. No matter how hard I want it to be, it just won't be. And it's not saying it's wrong, right, to do anything you want to do. What it's saying is if you take it to a point, I don't know. I'm just really feeling it. All right, we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, interesting. I know, I keep saying interesting. Jesus. We have the Towers. It's the Tower. It's almost like we're working backwards. Because we have Seven of Swords coming out of that tower. Right off the bat, I feel like for some of you, you or someone else, if this is talking about a relationship, I feel like in this relationship, one person kind of, became untrustworthy. They may have offered their cup to someone else, and it may have come at a time when they weren't in a clear mind, but nonetheless, it feels like it did happen. I'm not predicting this as anything that will happen. Matter of fact, I never make predictions. Because it's always up to you if you want to follow the energy. I feel like it gives us a path. It gives us a way out. It gives us a way up. But we got to look at where we've been to understand if there's things we're holding on to. So anyway, dang it, I feel like someone hurt you and, may have offered their cup to someone else at let's just say a weak time. We have the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could have done this to someone else. Maybe you didn't mean to, right? Almost like, well, I was drunk. I was drunk, and you know. Um. Anyway, the Queen of Swords showing up after this tower. Let me tell you, I feel like this queen has cut the ties. I feel like that action alone was enough because she's got her sword up. She's defending herself. Like, go ahead, right? When it's up to me, it tells me she's going to use that sword. Right? Or at least she knows she can. She looks a little ticked off. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Page of Coins. Okay, so first of all, I feel like this is probably talking about a younger time. And, well, it is talking about, it already happened. But if for some of you, this could have happened quite a while ago. Here's what I think, though. Well, you know what? Let me get the rest of the cards out. I don't mind the Page of Coins, the Page of Pentacles under the Seven of Swords, because what it tells me is I can learn about this. I can understand it. Whether I want to understand it because I want to come back with someone, you know what I mean? This Ace of Cups is like, boom, it's big and it's here, and it's interesting. I just did a past life reading, and I advise you to watch it. I have to tell you, I feel like it was very descriptive, and I feel like it was really for all of us. But it talked about one part of it talked about a misunderstanding in love where where this man sees this woman hugging another man, and in his eyes, right away, it's betrayal. Right away. And turns his back on her. And it so happens that she was hugging, it was either her brother or it was not a romantic love. So it was a misconception, but it caused a permanent separation in that life. And I don't know. I just feel like it may relate to you in some way. Let's see. We have the Two of Wands under this Tower. So, am I thinking about giving something another chance? But in the meantime, I definitely feel like, there's this energy of learning and understanding and knowing what the Seven of Swords, I don't know, like why it happened. So let me explain. This is what I think. I think that maybe a couple, right? There's a couple that's together in this house, which is the Tower before it's a tower. And I feel like maybe somebody drinks too much. Maybe there's a party, or they're out by themselves, or they go out with people after work, and they drink too much, more than they meant to. I feel like, and I feel like maybe it's not their norm, but nonetheless, I feel like in that state, in a weakened state, they in some way betrayed you with another person. I feel. Maybe. But anyway, I feel like, I definitely feel like that here. What am I holding? I'm holding the Palace of Wands. So this is the energy, or usually the atmosphere that that you will find yourself in. It's right next to the Two of Wands. Makes perfect sense, It's like, where am I going in the Two of Wands? I'm walking towards truly what I desire, not what I fear. I'm walking towards what I desire. I'm walking towards what excites me. You know, whether it be with someone else or whether it be myself. This is about your desires, right? This is a passionate time. This is a time also of action. So, then we find ourselves in the Palace of Wands. So, you know, where we, and listen, the Two of Wands is also, you know, it's looking out at all the possibilities. This is looking out through the light, right? And it's showing you that if you're willing to learn, which then I feel like becomes your knowledge, your being, and like becomes part of you, this understanding. Perhaps because we do have the Ace of Cups, you or they, whichever side you're on here, it feels like it may come back around again, and it just feels like it's saying, you know, can we do this even after the Tower? Well, I feel like exactly where it is you wanted to go is exactly where you will arrive eventually, right? But it's about the journey between the Two of Wands to the Palace. It's the journey of getting there. Ace of Cups right there, you know, that can be a really a joyful time, right? For some of you, you could talk about a craft with this Page of Coins. You could talk about you building your own prosperity, your own, you know, becoming focused on your own life, and, you know. So I feel like whatever it is in this Two of Wands that you want, you know, the Tower is here, so in some way it affected you before in a negative way, whether it be work or love. But with this page and the Ace of Cups here, I feel like, you know, I can have real understanding over something, and I feel like that understanding or even that perspective kind of heals something. Not just heals it, but I feel like boom, it goes away. It's off your shoulders, and it just is. Okay. We have the Four of Coins, Four of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You know, I'm thinking of the four pillars, right? And one of those pillars ran off. The whole damn thing's coming crashing down, right? Because now I'm only on 3 legs. We have the Six of Swords below that. Okay. Anyway, let's get into the next level. And we're going to use the Light Seers Tarot. Fairly new deck. Still, you know, needs to loosen up a little. But it will. The more we use it, right? And I know many of you like this deck because you actually recommended it to me. Okay. Let me bring this down a little bit. Let's bring this down a little bit. Excuse me. All right, let's start at the beginning. But let's let's get a deeper understanding. That's what we'll call it. Card just flipped. There you go. Like it's hiding from me. We have the Two of Wands over the Knight of Cups. You know, so in a way, I feel like it's giving us 2 different time periods. So if this is energy about someone coming back, you know, and I want to just say, in this tower, it's still together. Nothing's falling apart. Like, it's made of gold. So maybe, you know, what it's talking about is the type of couples that, listen, you know, yeah, we get hit, you know, by our own actions here and there, but getting through it, you know, overcoming it, forgiving, that type of thing. Not, you know, I'm not asking you to do that. I feel like these are people who already are like that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like somehow, I don't know. Two of Wands says, this is definitely something you're considering, right? And then we have the Two of Wands down here. You know, but to me, she's looking out the window, and, like, she's not looking at the tower at all. It's like she's got the world in front of her here. Truly, she's got the world in front of her and a map. You know, I have a map. Well, I feel like that's spirit for you. Those are signs. And then being able to trust them, right? This is, remember, Wands is the energy of action. So it is going to be up to you, too. I don't know, I'm thinking partnership. Doesn't have to be that, because I feel like some, like you're looking out at the world in all that you, in something that you can do or be. And it's like, and here's the map, right? You got the whole world in front of you. This is believing in yourself within the Two of Wands. It's coming over the Knight of Cups, too. So it's coming over watery energy. And I feel like it feels peaceful. We have the Ten of Swords. Interesting. Look at that image. I kind of love this card, to be honest. Even though I know the Ten of Swords is very hard energy, right? And it is like she is leaving. It's almost like I'm leaving one village and going to another. And I'm taking what I can carry. Knowing that, you know, it's a journey, right? She's on foot. It's interesting that, and then again, the reading right before yours was a past life reading. So, anyway, so I feel like she's heading towards something. And, you know, sometimes I have a feeling that for some of you, it's kind of like you were pushed in that way. But nonetheless, I feel like where it takes you, even though if I'm in it, it doesn't make any sense that I would say this, but I feel like as I enter it or exit it and head towards the next village, you know, and I feel like you have a lot of, you know, this energy of action. So, Ten of Wands. It's funny, I said swords, but wands. You know, the wands to me is just the responsibilities. Heavy responsibilities. Maybe too much. And usually it is too much. You know. You know, maybe this is talking about when this Seven of Swords happened. This energy that kind of feels like betrayal. I pack up my shit and I go. But yet, I have to say, behind her is this fiery type energy. So I feel like that's why we see the Two of Wands to the Palace of Wands. Like, I'm going to take a chance in this Ten of Wands. I'm going to leave what was. I'm going to leave that village. I don't, you know, it's just, for some reason, you know, it's no longer serving you type of thing. And this feels like you moving towards, you know, you're not 100% sure, but I feel like you were moving towards, I don't know, towards I'm trying to figure the best words to use this, to a period where you're creating. This is about you. Okay, let's keep going. We have the wheel. The wheel coming over destiny. First of all, that tells me whatever that wheel is. I'm sorry, whatever that tower was with the wheel. That means it's part of your destiny. To me, that means I can overcome it, right? Because it's a soul's challenge. And I feel like the soul can definitely overcome it. The person is on top of the wheel, so it's interesting. She's leaving atop of the top of a mountain to go. Where's she going? She's moving into the energy of the wheel, on the top of the wheel. And then look at this 9 of Pentacles. So I kind of find that beautiful because I feel like I knew that in the 2 of Wands or something like within you that you wanted to grow, right? That you wanted to grow. And listen, it may have taken a while for you to even get to this point because the 10 of Wands means, you know, I've been in it for a while. 10 of Wands to me feels like at the point where it's like I've had enough. 10 of Wands, I have to be honest, I often feel in that energy. It's almost like I'm wishing for the tower to come in and just move me, right? I just want to surrender and let time just move me, or the universe just move me. But unfortunately, it's saying no. We can be there with you, but it takes your action. It takes your desire. In the 2 of Wands, you know, it takes you pushing through, because you can, right? You're at the top of the wheel here, and again, if this is about creating a business, coming over this Queen of Swords, it could talk about communication. 9 of Pentacles talks about success. So sometimes we understand the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands could have been like the time it took me to get through like medical school, or you know, how long it takes me to get from here to here. All right, let's keep going. But it is success, right? We have the 5 of Pentacles. And it kind of makes sense, right? Because it's coming over the Ace of Cups. So first of all, the Ace of Cups tells us that there is the opportunity. There is unconditional love. Let's just put it that way. It's almost like it's already built in. So there is unconditional love. There is opportunity to overcome, but we have to want it, right? And we have to put our own action into it. And then even, what am I looking at? The 5 of Pentacles. So the 5 of Pentacles to me is almost like something is out of my control. My hand has been forced. And therefore, I have to, well, it's interesting because in the 5 of Pentacles, you're forced to move on. You're forced to accept what happened. You have no control over it. And normally it's moving you towards truly helpful people and soulful people, people that are meant to be there. It's moving you, or it has moved you into the energy of maybe a strong, independent woman, a strong, independent man, right? Almost like if I go way back, this other one may have been partying while I was building my, like going to school, learning, you know, there's things I wanted to accomplish. I feel like perhaps maybe you stuck around for a while hoping someone would change, but it just wasn't to be back then, right? Back then. So what happens? Well, in the meantime, you know, and I feel like you made the right choice, because here is the ability to truly create your own success, your own stability. That's important to you. You know, your ability to take care of you beyond all. This is about the effort that was put in to get to that 9 of Pentacles. And the Queen of Swords, you know, she speaks the truth, you know, in the light. So, you know, and communication. So I feel like that may somehow relate to you. What do we have here? Oh, okay. Anyway, so here she looks kind of like she, I don't know, like she's not going to move. Right? Well, it looks like she's outside the door. And, you know, I do want to say, and I hope you take it the right way, sometimes we, all of us, can get in the woe is me. And, you know, or we can allow sometimes the loss of love to affect us in all areas of our life. So it's wherever we put our focus. Anyway, here, I don't know. You know, by the way, there is the key right there that unlocks the door. But she doesn't see it yet. We have the Death card, Scorpio. Interesting though, in this deck it says death, rebirth. And that's exactly what I feel the Death card like. This is energy that, why do we resist it? Especially coming over the Ten of Wands. It may be something we resist, we just resisted putting an end to, because we knew, you know, change can be scary no matter how it comes to us. And 5 is about change. So, you know, but I don't feel like there's anything scary here anymore, because I feel like this is saying this is an opportunity to learn and understand. You know, sometimes things happen just in a way because maybe it would have turned you away from, I don't know, maybe your true calling. Right? Maybe it was important for your soul's journey to, like, come here and learn how to be strong and independent, and maybe you had to learn that by yourself first, you know, and they had their own lesson to learn. Okay, but look at this. Wow. But then we have the Two of Cups. And I know for those Tauruses, you guys are like, love, love, love. But you know what? Love's important to you. You may not show it all the time, but you like a good love in your life. You know, loyalty. Super important. And Two of Cups. This is a soulmate energy coming over the Two of Wands. You know, it's like some of you are deciding whether to couple again. You know, it's like a chemical reaction here. Maybe you haven't seen them for a long time or something, because I feel like it's almost like this chemical reaction that happens, right? And what does it do? It shoots you right to the top of the wheel. You already are able to stand on your own 2 feet. That doesn't mean you're rich. It just means that's where you're focused on. It's important to you. But nonetheless, here is what I feel like is a chemical reaction. In the best of ways. I feel like if you're carrying the energy of that Ten of Wands, and again, it could even be energy of woe is me, instead of focusing on, okay, you know, it happened, what can I do? Where can I go next? Sometimes letting go of control can bring you back what you want, but in a way that is deserving. Does that make sense? This is soulmate energy, so, you know, you're probably mirroring a lot. We have the Page of Wands coming over the Palace of Wands. For some of you, this could talk about something you do right from your own home. Like there's action within the home. It's also connected to the Nine of Pentacles. You know, it's almost like I can see you speaking, you know, to a camera, to a laptop, to, you know, speaking your truth. And, you know, back here you're wondering, can I do that? No, you're not wondering. I shouldn't say that. That's not this energy. Back here, maybe. But Two of Wands is not that energy. Alright, I want to go underneath it also. So, to be honest, the universe is saying what you got to put an end to. The doors you got to close are, first of all, the Ten of Wands and then the Five of Pentacles. So, and they mean the energy of it because it's already happened. The energy, like, don't carry it with you, right? You only carry what you need. And that's what I feel like she's doing in that Ten of Wands. She's only taking what she needs. Why? Because listen, in that type of energy, like I'm gonna allow myself to move out of it, even though I know it's hard. I'm looking at it because you got this energy behind you that's saying that you can make it to the top of the wheel, especially if it's in like your pentacles, in what you do, in what you create, and what you bring to the world. Again, it feels like it's coming out of the home. But I feel like death nonetheless is saying, don't allow yourself to stay in the woe is me, or think by staying in difficult, kind of like your gut will know, type of energy. Move on. Move on. Why? Because soulmate energy is coming, right? From the Six of Pentacles, we move into or from the Five, we move into the Six. That's a time period when truly you're meeting soulmates. And just so happens that this Two of Cups is attached to the past. Now, again, some of you, it may be more you relate to that past life reading. Or it may be both. So anyways, it just feels to me like, if you want to reach the top of the wheel and you believe in yourself and you're willing to put action behind it, like if you're willing, if there's something that you love to do, like you want to do, I feel like this is the time, right? Some of you may have been trying. I feel like you will, again, reach the top of the wheel. We have, well, the Ten of Pentacles. I hate it when I do readings and it talks about all the time people coming back together. But again, I got to bring up that past life reading this could talk about. Because, in that reading, they did not come back together. So I feel like what it was talking about now, in the present moment, these lovers learning to forgive and move on from things that maybe were done in a weakness, as long as someone has evolved. Because I feel like the love has never died. However, and again, I have to use the word, there may even been a misconception. Nonetheless, I feel like, here we are at the Ten of Pentacles. We go from the Five of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. We go from the Two of Wands to the Palace of Wands. So, what are we fearing but fear itself? And some of you are like, Sandy, I don't want that son of a bitch, then I'm not talking to you. I'm just not. That's what you have to learn. If it just doesn't sound right to you, then it's not right for you. We have the Chariot card of Cancer. That's movement. The Chariot comes as a reward. It's interesting because here's the Page of Coins, Page of Pentacles. Then a Death card, right? Time to start a new chapter. I feel like, almost like I'm graduating. And within a Chariot, it's my reward. The reward is of my own hard work. But still, it feels like a reward. And that may be a degree. That may be, I'm just looking at the white horse and the black horse. And that may be the energy of two coming back together. I feel like the Chariot, again, is a reward. And it is limitless. You take it wherever you want it, right? You can take it to the moon and back, right? Like, this feels like you could open this love if two are willing, because I feel like almost like you are here to learn that. Not everybody. You know, others, you see your lessons in here, but nonetheless, let's just say the Chariot feels like a reward, and maybe that reward for many of you is the Ten of Pentacles. You know, when I do Earth, I'm a Virgo, I'm Earth, you know, I'd rather see the Ten of Pentacles than the Ten of Cups. Because to me, this talks also about something that can be rooted in time, and maybe it's already been rooted in time. We have the Empress. Look at that. Look how big her belly is, right? She's about to give birth to something. She's about to give birth. You know, the Empress talks about the energy of all the queens and knowing that you can be all of them, right? You can be the one who communicates. You know, you may be an earth sign, but you're a communicator, and you're a person of action, and you move on your desires. I mean, I do, and I'm earth sign, sun. So anyway, I don't know. I feel like the Empress, and you know, what is she about to birth? Well, hello, the Two of Cups, and putting you back on top of the wheel. You know, the Empress can be advice within a relationship. She's someone who is very nurturing, very loving, very compassionate, empathetic. Maybe you have found that somewhere along the path you ended up doing the same to someone else. Maybe not to that extreme. Nonetheless, I feel like you've even learned like it from the other end. Anyways, I feel like this is someone who has all that loving energy, but she's also someone who's very strong, very independent. You know, I don't feel like her and fear exist together. So, the beginning of the Two of Cups that puts us on top of the wheel. Top of the wheel for many of you may be this Ten of Pentacles. You know, it's showing the struggle to get to where you're at or where you're going. But it's certainly pointing out the letting go of it. Whether you choose to take someone back or not, it's just saying, you know, forgive if you can, but you should. Because I feel here in this reading, I'm not talking about a habitual cheater. I feel like I made a mistake in a time of weakness, and I feel like there is regret within that person. They may have even left you and moved in with someone else, but nonetheless, here is this Ace of Cups, and I feel like that is for you. And again, I feel like they had lived in a time of, listen, maybe at first, you know, yay, it's fun, what have you, but then there's the realization, then there's the truth of the matter. Like, what have I done? But it may, you know, they may feel like, well, or they may have felt like it's too late. Here someone is, you know, here she is, she's going to school, or she's learning how to create, to build, to expand her career, and she does. And she does. What I like with the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles is here, again, you're able to stand on your own 2 feet. That comes before the Two of Cups. So I feel like that's important to say, right? Even the struggle to get where you get to is important. Why? I don't know. Because maybe you start to truly look at it, understand it. Maybe you get to see the warrior within yourself, right? The moving from that mountaintop, willing to go down that path, willing to move into whatever is next, right? Whatever it is you desire. I feel like intuitively, I definitely feel intuitively, you are being moved. Whether that means physically or whatever it means. We have the Page of Swords coming over the Page of Wands. Interesting. So the Page of Swords will certainly talk about truth. I often feel in the pages there that, you know, it's the learning how to use these I kind of want to say weapons, but they're not weapons. Let's say gifts, because I've earned them. You know, how to use this wand in a beneficial way, how to use this sword in a beneficial way. I feel like it says, you know, sometimes I can mess up. Maybe that's them. And it's funny, there are two pages, and that could be talking about the Two of Cups, you know, two people at an earlier time. You know, one, look, she's got her head down in the books, right? She's got her head down in the books, right? She's like, receiving all these epiphanies. Her head is focused. You know, she's focused on this. Why? Because it's almost like well, not almost, she is being intuitively guided, right? It's like she's receiving these ideas, these epiphanies, these feelings that move her. And then you have this page who is totally opposite energy. Happy-go-lucky. I'm going to throw my wand and I'm going to see where it lands. And that's where I'll go. And that's what I'll do, right? It's, you know, it can be someone who, I mean, this can be a good thing. Someone who moves first, then thinks about it. That can be a good thing unless I'm in, you know, somewhat immature energy. I could find myself in circumstances beyond my control, or not really beyond my control because I can control them. So it can talk about, you know, what I felt earlier, the two of you, one, you know, you have dreams of something and it's being ignited, right? It's showing you over and over that you can have success. I feel like you're being guided, truly guided, like you can feel it. You can feel it. You know, I feel like this is also like moving into the spiritual realm, and for some of you, you may be even trying to manifest this back to you. And therefore, I think you do. Why? Again, the Chariot is right beside her. It's almost, here's your reward, right? For the patience that you have given to allow something to come to full term. So, I think I'm going to leave it there. Um, yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. But I do want to read from the Mother Mary book, and it's called Sobriety. You know, if you need to sober up, you know it, right? Like, this wouldn't be telling you anything that you wouldn't already know. It may be a clear sign that, you know, don't keep putting it off. Anyway, let's read. Mother Mary supports your intention to have a chemical-free lifestyle. She can guide your detoxification process and support you in choosing sobriety one day at a time. A clear and sober mind is better able to concentrate during meditation and prayer, in the same way that a sober driver can better steer an automobile in a straight line. Your prayers for help in this regard can also reduce or even eliminate cravings for an unhealthful substance, so that sobriety is a pleasant and peaceful choice. Mother Mary's love will give you the feeling of comfort, bliss, and love that you once sought through substances. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. You know, and I just got to say, you know, it is what it is. If that's for you, you know it. but it totally has to be your choice. And I feel like if you make that choice, or if this is them, and this could have talked about what already happened, if someone had made that choice, and this time, I'm looking at it from a viewpoint of knowing that I have a whole spiritual team that wants to help me. I don't know. I just feel like in this struggle, if you're moving through it, there's some kind of fire behind you. And that kind of feels like your intuition. I just feel like it's taking you to the top of the wheel. Is this too good to be true because it's your birthday? It feels like success in career and in love. It just does. But it is asking something from you, right? It is asking you to find the ability to forgive. If you want. And again, I feel like if I'm talking to you. You know what I mean? Because again, I feel like this other person's side, and it totally feels like I'm doing this, like something takes me into this shadow type energy, and I find myself doing things that I would never do. I normally don't do, and it kind of snowballs, and to you, it feels like a betrayal. It was a betrayal. I mean, it was a betrayal. And I feel like they know that. Anyway, I don't feel like they're in. If as we're speaking of love, I don't feel like this person is with that other person any longer. I feel like if anything, what they may be thinking is, what, she has moved on. He has moved on without me. Maybe they, it's easy to check up on somebody now with social media, right? Maybe they have followed what you have built. You know what I mean? Maybe you're a tarot reader and it's someone that, they listen to your readings, that type of thing. And I feel like, again, I don't know. In a way, I feel like this is you also giving birth to it. So I don't feel like this, in a way, is like they have to, I don't know. I think I should just let it be. Anyway, I can see the difference of the energy back then. Two different energies, right? It's almost like you're forced. It's almost like two batteries backwards, right? It's almost like you're forced apart. But maybe you're forced apart, which feels like a struggle. It is a struggle. It doesn't feel like it. It is a struggle. But if you choose to move through it, it's like it's not like the universe is saying, here's the reward. And the reward is you at the top of this wheel. And it's important for you to gain this independence, right? We have the Four of Pentacles, and maybe they did take like one of the pillars. Well, you rebuild it, right? You rebuild that pillar. Anyway, I feel like truly there was just a difference in energy. I shouldn't say energy. Maybe the chemical, excuse me, the chemical reaction was there, but nonetheless, like almost like the human desire, or maybe it was the divine. It's like, again, the two batteries, right? But where it takes you, and I feel like it's more you, the person that's here, is to the energy of true success. Become strong in yourself. And then this Ten of Pentacles, I feel like, is rooted in time, is for the rest of one's life. And, Ten of Pentacles, I feel like I have all that I need. I don't really put a monetary value on it. I feel like I have all that I need. All that I need is within my home. And that's that. You know what I mean? And that's that. Anyway, I'm going on and on and on. I love you guys. Happy birthday to those who are celebrating. We wish you the very best. what else was I going to say? Oh, I just want to thank you. I'm not going to keep talking. I just want to thank you guys for allowing me to do these readings in the way that they want to come out. And I feel like many of you are understanding it. Like a lot of your comments I read, and I'm like, they get it. Like they're getting it. You know what I mean? Like they're getting it. And I remember in the beginning, it was like I had a lot of opposition. And a lot of people thought I was mean or what have you, or I only give a positive outcome, which I usually do give you a positive outcome. But listen, it does not come without sacrifice. It doesn't come without hard work. It's showing that, and it's always revealed. You know, what's ever done in the dark comes to the light. Anyway, I feel like now, like, you know, we have really grown as a family, and more of us are coming together. And I feel like your awareness is like truly blossoming. And I just want you to know that. Like your comments are allowing me to know that, and I know that you're getting it, you know, and that makes me feel good. It really does, because like I want you to have this Nine of Pentacles, and I want you to have this Ten of Pentacles, and I hope in some way this can help you get there, however it may look. Right? It's almost like go like go for the journey, but don't put a lot of, you know, how something must look, and go with the flow. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you in the readings. Bye bye.